Yep, this is Gears on a Thursday afternoon. Riveting stuff. Like... Oh, man. Seriously. What's going on? End it. End it. Thank you. Well, gamers, what can I say? It has been a hell of a day for me. And let me start it off with how it all began before I uploaded the video. If a lot of you don't know, I live down in a very bushy area of Sydney and down here in Australia. And there was a possum at 3 in the morning. At 3 in the morning, it just, it was banging on the window. So I got up, pulled the curtains back, banged on the window back, because I got a bush right out the front. Big possum, you know what I'm saying? Big possum. And it didn't give a stuff that I was telling it to shut up because I wanted to sleep. So I couldn't sleep. Noticed my video uploaded, got it, made it public, put it in the right list, did all that kind of bourgeois, and sent it off to, let me just say, I'm blown away with the response from that video. I am absolutely genuinely blown away. I've got 20 likes, I've had up to 28 comments on it, and 274 views. And for me, I've got videos which have reached 300, but it's taken months for them to get to 300. Not in a space of 10 or 16 hours. And there are two people I'll have to thank for that. Well, actually, the possum for starters for getting me on my button doing it. And the second one is Iron Wolf, mate. He told me to change the title from Whybody's Pissed Off to Sony What the F. And I'm glad he did, because he said you'll get more views and it's straight to the point. It really is straight to the point. People know that you straight away, as soon as they click on, that you're not happy with Sony, you're questioning what they're doing. Second one, and the other person I have to thank, is I was speaking to him on the car on the way out to the movies, hence why I still got my hoodie on, gamers, because I've been out to the movies tonight, was Flamerbell. And Flamerbell's been nothing but I'm going to call the information queen. She's just got so much info, so many connections, such a helpful, wonderful soul. And she said, we're having a chat, and she said to me, I'm so proud of you, that video, you put so much passion into it, you're so spot on. Couldn't have done it better myself, she said, which I know she could, but such a support. She said, you need to get your video out there more. It's by the time the movie's finished, I'm going to have it over to 250 views. Well, she's exceeded that. It's 274. For a joke, I said to her, using bot view, and she said, stop swearing at me. Bella, baby, I owe you so much. Iron Wolf, I owe you even more. But the kind words and Gibmeister, they offered for me, as you would have seen on the feature, to join in a podcast. And I was tempted to, but I had to go to work, guys. I had to go to work. But any other podcasts in the future, just, hit me up. And look, I've got 10 new subscribers. So new subscribers, I try and upload every day. Most of the time I do. I'm a very Gears of War orientated, channel. I get the Gears community here in Australia more than any other community, but I am strong with Titanfall. I'm a member of a clan. They're more of a Titanfall clan, but they're going to branch out to Halo and Destiny, because they're the games they've got the history with. They're called Filthy or Filthy Gods. You'll be seeing more of that. Trust me on this channel, because they're a great bunch of guys. I'm going to do an introductory video with them and so forth. Just trying to get us all together in the right mood. As you would know, if you're in a clan, it's not the best of times and so forth, because I'm the oldest member, the least mature. But I'm absolutely gobsmacked. And and like I promised, I hope you enjoyed that clip I put on before this vlog, because I always like to put some gaming stuff in there, because I am a gamer. That's what I am. And I am predominantly Microsoft, but let's face it, if it's got a good game that rocks and it's got a good community, I will fucking play it. Simple as that. That's why I've got a PS4 still sitting there, and that's why I've got a PS Vita, which I say is awesome because of Wipeout. And that's why I got the Xbox 360, because I think that's a fucking work of art. And that's why I got an Xbox One. And look, I know why the Sony ponies are so upset. And I hate using that term, but let's face it, because we're called Xbots. Well, I'm neutral, I don't know what you want to call me, dickhead, I'll go with that. I know why they're so upset. Because Sony's not listening to them. The Xbots are. That's why. And look, the history of a game is, I'm going to go back onto it, is Sony got fat on the throne. That I was there right from the generation. I've been there from Sega well before the Atari. I've seen it all. I've seen it come and go. I've seen the worst graphics to what we've got today. And I played the Dreamcast, and I saw what happened to Sega with the Dreamcast and the Saturn. They got too fat in their lives. They didn't advertise enough in the West. Sony came through and advertised in a very different way, a very unusual way. And like the CEO of Sony, when I saw him speak at EB Games last year, I was really impressed with him. He should have done E3 for Sony last year. I guarantee it. He's been, I don't know his name, but he's the same CEO we've had for about 10 years or more in Australia. He does a good job. He's very humble, very nice, very good to his crowd, and believes in his product. Okay? Believes in his product. No cheap shots by the bloke. And that's why I was probably more upset, because I saw how beautiful he handled things compared to his so-called predecessor in the States, who needs a good swift kick in the ass. Really does. But, you know, they got fat in their throne with the PS2. They got fat in their throne. They're better. The Xbox came out with Halo and so forth. And when the 360 came out with Gears of War, done, baby, done. But they still sat and fat in their laurel. You know, got fat on the throne and sat in their laurels and all that kind of stuff, gamers. And look, I'm going to tell you now, we've got to think of the MCA here, which is Museum of Contemporary Art, Modern Art. They've got, you know, like a white room with the light switches on and off and somebody's turd there, and that's art. I'm tempted to walk in with Xbox 360 and say, motherfuckers, that's art. It's got the best party chat system in the world and some of the best games and some of the best community to come from it. Motherfuckers, look at it in awe. Couldn't really say that about the PS3. PS4's come along, I'm ready for it. Now, what Sony hasn't learnt from their success is you can't get fat in the throne. Microsoft did, and they got kicked in the butt by Sony at that E3. But guess what, gamers? Because of that competition, Phil Spencer has come out in a tank, not punching, in a tank, and that's why we got the updates, the DLCs, the great games, working with the community. That's why we got these exclusives with EA, because they listen to the complaints. And it goes back to Bill Gates. It goes back to the 3 rings of death, you know. Remember that one? Everybody had a go at, you know, Microsoft about that. You know what Bill Gates had to say about that in an interview a year later? They said, you knew you could have prevented that. And he said, yes, we could have prevented that. But one thing it did show us is that our customer support will always keep loyal fans and customers. He's not fucking wrong. And he was right. So Sony, everybody, I said it from the get-go from here. This is the last I'm going to be on this kind of bandwagon. I've got a 1v1 which I promised review on Gears of War 3. I've just downloaded the Titanfall DLC which I'll be playing tonight just to get a feel of it. I'm really tired because I've been up since 3 basically, gamers. I'm having a beer to celebrate. Big thank you for everybody. Thank you, and I hope you stay with my channel. I really do. I do all sorts of commentaries, clips, you know. Check out my old videos, and I welcome all constructive or any criticism basically now. Any. The feedback today has been fantastic, and foremost another, yes, I do play a lot of Xbox and so forth, but I am a gamer. Pure and simple. And if you try and screw me over, I don't give a fuck who you are. When you mess around in the gaming field, that's something I do know about, and I'm still learning. I don't say I'm the best. I'm going to be very pissed off at you. So Yoshida, I'll be very nervous walking around Sydney, mate. That's the truth. Everybody else, frag and tag. Keep it positive. Be good today's today, and you pick who you play with. And I'll catch you mofos on the battlefield. And check out this Titanfall hoodie. It's pretty good. And the beer. Catch ya.